Hello there, circle of friends. This is Aret saying hi. I want to say thanks, first of all, to all those people who have subscribed to my channel. I absolutely appreciate and welcome your support. Here I've got for you these shawl. Obviously, you can make it as small or as big as you like. I found it. The pattern I found it at the Omami channel, and as you can see, I like it. I really enjoyed making it. It's gorgeous. Now, this is what the base looks like. This is practically just the base, so it's only a few rows. So as you can see, the repetition goes here from the top here to the side, to the sides actually, and down the center, and then you start creating the fans, these at an angle, and that is how we grow these shawl. Here, as you can see, I have it in a larger size. I used Caron Simply Soft. Now, what I suggest that you do, I'm not sure if you can tell, that I started doing and using the needle or the hook suggested by this company, which means that it gave me a tighter result here. I'm not sure if you can tell, but then I decided, you know what, it's a lacy pattern. I need it to be loose. That's what I prefer when I'm working with lace. So I decided to change the hook to a 5.5 from a 5. Hopefully you can tell the difference. See how this is nice and tighter, and look at these guys here, they're more relaxed. In my opinion, that's what lace should be like, relaxed. And so here we go. Okay, we're gonna get started. The manufacturer of these yarn suggests a 5mm hook. I started with a 5mm hook, but then I switched to a 5.5 millimeter, not milliliters, sorry. Okay. Now we're going to start with 6 chains. Okay, so I've already started my slip stitch here. Okay, so 1, okay, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to go ahead and make a circle. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to chain 3. Now these 3 chain that I just made does not count as the first double crochet, just so that you know. Now we are going to make 4 groups of 3 double crochet inside the circle, separated by chains. And here we go, 3 double crochet separated by 1 chain. Okay, and we're gonna make 4 of these clusters, 4 clusters of 3 double crochets each, separated by a chain. Okay, okay, so here I have 1, 2, 3, and 4, each one separated by a chain. we're going to go do the next round, which means now we're gonna go chain 3, turn your work, and now we're going to do 3 double crochets in the first 1 chain space, so right in here. Hold on, let me double check here. Yes. Okay, so 3DC in first 1 chain space, and now we're going to do 1 chain and 3 more double crochets in the same space. In the same space, we are doing 2 clusters of 3 double crochets separated by 1 chain, and there we go. 2 clusters of 3 double crochets separated by 1 chain. Okay. Now we're going to do 1 chain, and again we're going to do 3 double crochets in the same space. The base is not easy to memorize. However, you should not have an issue once you're having to do your repetitions, okay? Now what we're going to do here, we're going to make 1 chain after our first cluster of 3 double crochets, 1 chain. We're going to do chain 1, then we're going to do 3 double crochets, 1 chain, and again 3 double crochets in the same space. Again, we're going to repeat the same in the next 1 chain space. There is a little bit of a variation for every row that you're making, but it's not that complicated. So we're gonna do 1 more chain here, and now we're going to do a treble, and we're gonna go and anchor it on the first 3 chains that we had done previously, right? And again, we're gonna go ahead and do 1, 2, 3 chains, turn our work, and we're going to do our next cluster of 3 double crochet, 1 chain, and 3 double crochets in the same space. We're just setting up the very first the top edge. See, this is the ones that are going, the clusters that are going in that direction. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now once we have completed again our cluster of 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets inside the previous cluster, we're going to go ahead and do chain 1. Then we're gonna go into this space here before we enter into this cluster. We are going to go ahead and do 1 double crochet. We're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, And again, in the same space, we are going to go ahead and do another double crochet. Now inside this space we have a V forming. All right, now we're going to go ahead and do 1 chain, and again we're going to go inside the space here that we have in the middle cluster, and we're going to do what we have been doing there, another cluster of 3 double crochets separated by 1 chain, and then again 3 double crochets in the same space. All right, now we are going to go ahead and mirror exactly what we did on the left side. We are always going to mirror what we do on the left side, we're going to do on the right once we have completed the middle cluster. All right, so what do we do here now? Chain 1. In this space we're going to go ahead and do a double crochet followed with 4 chains, and again another double crochet inside the same space so that we can have another V stitch right there. Chain after that, and again inside here we are going to go ahead and do our cluster of 3 double crochets, 1 chain, and 3 double crochet. And every time that we're ending a row, what we're going to do here, we're always going to go ahead and make a treble on the top chain of the first 3 chains that we crocheted in the previous row. See, it's that simple, no complications at all. Again, we go ahead and do 3 chains, turn our work, and we're going to go ahead and do our cluster of 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 double crochet. Again, this is the Namaste Shawl that I found in Old Mommy's channel. I really liked it. I thought it was very pretty, and I thought I would bring it back to you guys. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do, after we have completed our cluster going in to the left, we're gonna do 1 chain, and in this space where we made our V stitch, we're going to do 9 double crochets inside the V space. We are making 9 double crochets. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're just setting up our base here. All right, we're going to chain 1. Again, we're going to go ahead and do our cluster in the middle here, 3 double crochets separated by one chain, and then 3 double crochets again in the same space. Again, 1 chain, and again we're going to do 9 double crochets inside our V stitch. I'm not sure if you guys can see that I have my essential oils here. I distribute doTERRA essential oils. If you have any interest in them, let me know. I can help you. They're wonderful things to have around to supplement our health with. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So after our 9 double crochets here, we're gonna go ahead and do 1 chain, and we do our cluster again. 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets in the same space. And now we're going to go ahead and make our treble, which we're going to anchor it inside in the first chain of the previous row, right? See, can you see what we're doing now? Can you see how we're growing these? Again, we're going to start again with 3 chains, and this is for row number, let's see, 5. Now this is one of the rows that we're going to be repeating, okay, to continue to grow. These are the ones that are going to be repeating over and over again to continue to grow our shawl. So here we go again. We're going to do our first cluster of 3 double crochet, 1 chain, 3 double crochet after the first 3 chains that we just did. Now here we're not going to do anything, like we're not going to do a chain, or do we? Well, no, we are going to do 1 chain, and we're going to do here, the way we're going to work these 9 double crochets here is we're going to do 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet, separated by a chain each. So can you see that what I'm doing here? 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet plus 1 chain. Simple as that. 1 double crochet on top of the previous double crochet, separated by 1 chain. We're going to do that all throughout. So the repetition rows are the one that we did previously, where we created the V-stitch and the following ones. So it's not complicated at all. When in doubt, make sure you count your number of crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 chain. And now we go and do our middle cluster of 3 double crochets, 1 chain, and 3 double crochets again inside the same space. We do 1 chain again, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to repeat what we did here. What we did on the left, we do on the right after the center clusters. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. I just did a chain, an extra chain here after I did this. We're gonna go ahead and do double crochet on top of the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet on top of the previous double crochet, chain 1, and so on for the 9 double crochets. That's what we do. 1 double crochet on top of the other, followed by a chain after each double crochet. Not complicated at all, my friends, as you can see. Chain 1, and we're going to go do our clusters again of 3 double crochets separated by 1 chain, and then again 3 double crochets in the same space. Now what do? What comes up next? Really simple. We know we need to do a treble that we're going to anchor on the top of the first chain on the 3 chains that we initially did. See how that goes? Nice and simple, isn't it? Now again, we are going to go ahead and do chain 3. We're going to turn our work. We're going to repeat our starting position here, which is 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets in the same space. Okay. Here we go, 1 chain. And I'm looking here at what I have written down. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do 1 double crochet on top of the first double crochet, and then we're going to do 3 chains, 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip 1 double crochet, and we're going to do another crochet or double crochet, I'm sorry, on top of the following double crochet. Okay, we're gonna repeat that again. 1, 2, 3 chains. We're going to skip 1 double crochet, and in the following one we are going to anchor the 3 chains with 1 double crochet. Again, 1, 2, 3 chains, skip 1 chain, skip 1 double crochet, do 1 double crochet in the next one, and we do this until we reach the end of the 9 double crochet, leaving us with 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now what do we do here? We're gonna chain 1 and 1, and we're gonna go ahead and do our middle cluster of 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets in the same space. Now 1 chain, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to mirror what we did on the left side. We're gonna go ahead and do the same on the right side. So here we're gonna do 1 double crochet separated by and then 3 chains. We're going to leave 1 double crochet and do another double crochet on top of the following one. and so on. Nice and simple. And we're going to continue until we have 4 posts only, right? And if we're going to go ahead, see, there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we're gonna do what? 1 chain, because this is what we did here. Chain 1. We're gonna go do what now? Our cluster of 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets in the same space. Chain 1, no, I'm sorry, we won't do a chain there because this is where we do our treble. So now we do our treble, okay? And we have completed our row this way. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and keep going here. So here we go, 1, 2, 3 chain. Continue the part, following the pattern here. Working with our shells here, which is 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets in the same space. Now what do we have here? We are going to start, after this, we're going to start working on our next, on building our next shell here, or a fan here. So what we're gonna start doing now is we're gonna start building these guys, the V stitches, okay? So 3 chains, we do our cluster. We're going to go ahead and in here we're going to do 1 double, oh, pardon me, let me pull myself together again. After the cluster we do 1 chain. We're gonna do 1 double crochet inside that space here. We're gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again we're gonna do another double crochet inside the very same space. So we create our V stitch, right? From here we're gonna go and we're going to do 1 single crochet, chain 3, another single crochet inside the second space. Hold on, let me see, I want to try and explain this better. So we have done our singles, we made the cluster. After the cluster we made 1 chain, and then we built inside this space, which is next to the cluster on the previous row. We created a V stitch. Now we're gonna go ahead and anchor these V stitch into this space here with a single crochet. So we're gonna go ahead, do a single crochet. We're going to go and do 3 chains, and again we're going to anchor those 3 chains inside the following space. We do that 3 times, I believe. Yes, 1, 2, and number 3 here. Okay, got it? So you see how we're starting to build the next row with the V stitches where these fans are gonna be created. And here again we're gonna go in the next space that we have here, we're gonna go ahead and do another V-stitch. So we do chain 1, and here we go. The empty space here just before the center cluster, okay? We go and do a V-stitch in there. So 1 double crochet, 4 chains, 1 double crochet in the same space. And so there we have our second V-stitch. And right away we're gonna go ahead and do our center cluster of 3 double crochet, 1 chain, 3 double crochet. Got it? What do we do now? We go ahead and mirror what we did on the left side on the right side. So here we're gonna do a V-stitch, which is 1 double crochet, 4 chains, 1 double crochet in the same space. Chain 1, and here we go, and do 1 single crochet. We're gonna go mirror this stuff. Chain 3, single crochet, we anchor it in the second space. Again, 3 chains, and we anchor it in the following space. And once again, 1, 2, 3 chains, and we do 1 single crochet in that empty space. Got it? And what do we do next? We are going to go ahead and do another V-stitch inside that empty space. So that's 1 double crochet, 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and another double crochet inside the same space. And there we have another V-stitch. Now, did we do a chain here? Yes, we did. Chain 1, and do our cluster of 3 double crochets. Chain 1, 3 double crochet. And then what do we do, ladies and gentlemen? We do 1 treble, which we anchor here. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3 chains. We're gonna turn our work, and we are on round number 8. So we're gonna repeat the work. We're gonna do another cluster of 3 double crochets separated by 1 chain, 3 double crochets in the same space. Okay, so far so good, right? We're gonna go ahead and chain 1. We're going to go and do 9 double crochets inside our first V-stitch. This should be familiar to you since we have done it before. So here we go. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. and this is round number 8. Chain 1, pardon me, I made a mistake here. There is no chain 1 after the 9 double crochet. So after the 9 double crochets, we go and do a single crochet inside, or on, inside the space that we have with 3 chains. And now we're gonna do 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna go do the same on the other space of 3 chains. We're gonna go ahead and do 1 single crochet again, another 3 chains again, and single crochet. There we go. So here we are reducing this. Now again, what do we do here? We're back at the V-stitch. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to do 9 double crochets inside the stitch, inside the V-stitch, I'm sorry. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And again, we're going to go ahead and follow what we see. So our center cluster, which is what? 3 double crochet, 1 chain, 3 double crochet. And as you can see, the next row that we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and follow what we did on the previous rows here. What did we do on top of these 9 double crochets here? We went and we did 9 double crochets. So 1 double crochet followed by 1 chain, 1 on top of the other, like that. See? That would be our next row. But now we're going to go ahead and do the left side. So we're going to do the same thing that we did on the right side. We're going to do on the left. Okay? So here we go again. 9. Okay, so we're just mirroring again, doing on the left what we have done to the right. 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now after we did the 9 double crochets, we're going to go ahead and anchor them inside the space, the 3 chain space here, with a single crochet, and then we do 1, 2, 3 chains. Again, we're going to anchor these 3 chains inside the next 3 chain space with a single crochet. We do the same again, 3 chains, and we're gonna go and anchor it inside the 3 chain space, right? Now, what do we have next to do? What's next? We have a V-stitch, which means we do 9 double crochets inside it. No sweats here at all, just following the same pattern that we have been doing previously. So we're just repeating the same last, what, 4 rows, I think. 4 or 5 rows, the last 4 or 5 rows. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So what do we do here? Once we have completed our 9 double crochets, we go back and do the shells that we have been working on, right? So chain 1 here, and we do our cluster. 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochet. Again, this pattern is called, or this shawl is called Namaste, which means peace. Oh no, here we are going to end with a treble, right? Perfect. Now we start over again. 1, 2, 3 chains. We're going to turn our work, and we will continue with the pattern. I think it's nice, simple, and easy. I believe you can follow it on your own. Normally, when you have reached your end, you will come to probably, I don't know where you will end, really. It depends on how big you want to make it, right? So what some people do is, this one is, I'm still working on this one. I'm making it bigger. So they will end here at the 9 space, at the 9 double crochet. So they will leave it there. And what they do, instead of just leaving it like I have here, they will just go ahead and do double crochets all around it, and that is their edge. That's their finishing edge. So double crochets everywhere from beginning to end once they have. Okay, so again, the usual, how do we start a new row is we do chain 3, turn the work, and then we do a shell, right, which is 3 double crochets separated by 1 chain, then 3 double crochets. Now here we go again. What do we do next? We go ahead and we do a chain, and then we do 9 double crochets on top of this fan that we have here. But each double crochet, we're going to separate it with a chain. Okay, so that's what we're doing next. Double crochet separated by a chain on top of the fan that we have already set up. And like I said, this is now just repetition until we have made our shawl as big as we want. Okay, that's all there is to it. My goodness. One double crochet on top of every double crochet that we have there, and each one is separated by a chain. Now what do we have here? Here we go again. We're gonna go into these 3 chain spaces, and we're going to start by making a single crochet, then 3 chains, and again in the next 3 chain space we're gonna do a single crochet like that. So we're gonna have, what we're doing here, if we are diminishing the work, here we're expanding it, but here when we're working on these 3 crochet, 3 chains, I'm sorry, with a single crochet, we are diminishing the work. Okay, and again we go back and we do one more chain and go back to doing the same thing that we were doing here, which is one double crochet on top of every single double crochet that we have here, followed by a chain. So again, 9 double crochets on top of each 9 double crochet that we have at the bottom, followed by a single chain, one double crochet. Okay, so, and let's remember that we always mirror what we do on the left, we do on the right. Okay. See, this is our second fan here. And now we're just gonna go do the center shell, which is again, and the 3 double crochets separated by a single, or by a chain, I'm sorry, and 3 double crochets in the same space. And then we just go back to following and doing what we did on the left, we do on the right. That's all there is to it. Again, once again, we're gonna be repeating 3 or 4 rows, which are the ones where we start building the V stitches. Okay, so we start from the V stitch. No, hold on, I'm sorry. The when we're doing the V stitches. So we're gonna repeat the stitches from the V stitch all the way to this one, the one that we're on right now. Okay, that's our repetition. I will try and type up on the video for you what it is that we need to do next. Okay, or each row, I mean. I'm gonna try my best. Okay, so I'm going to leave you here and you go ahead and you continue to do the work. Remember, always you finish every row with a treble. Okay, and begin every row with a 3 chain. See, all it is from now on is just repetition, and this is how we enlarge our work or make our shawl grow. Okay, thank you very much to all of you for watching me. Thank you to all those who have subscribed to my channel. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching and God bless. Bye for now.